Naraguchi. Welcome back to Storm Shield for Dummies. And for this guide, I will be showing you how to build my app. So first, I'm gonna kind of cover the block-offs first, because those kind of need the most explaining. With this, just more generic. It's nothing crazy. I'll leave that alone because I'll be going there for the tunnel. Then, if you want that blocked off, just make sure that's tier 3 and whatnot. Thank you all for bomb. You're gonna also want to cover over here for the flingers. Make sure, well actually this one you don't have to tier 3, but that section I would. Because sometimes husks like to beat over there for no reason. So if you wanted to do a little extra, you could do something like this. And that should take care of anything that decides to randomly stumble upon this wall. But if you just tier 3 all that, you should be good, but if you want an extra safety net, just that will get the job done. You also want that wall there. Alright, now this side I gotta talk about. So since my last, or not the last video, but a previous video of block-offs most people don't know, I pointed out that section. Now, depending on how your trap tunnels are, if you're like building for other people and you just happen to put that block off there, if there is no open room between the tunnel and the amp, when you place the pieces there, they'll go here. Now, if you block that off, they'll just end up breaking that. But if you build how I have mine built, you can just place this and be okay. Now, if you're building it for someone else, and they have this little base empty, one thing you can do is have a, kind of like a little nuke tunnel for the flinger. Because you can also take off that little section, and you can have just this, and you'll be pretty fine. Because it kind of seems like the flingers just like to walk over here. Kinda anyway. But with that, thank you all for bomb. For the flingers that go over there, I've noticed that they would be from spawn tentacles that were around here. Any flingers that spawned like over here, they would just go through the tunnel. But over here, they kind of just choose to go over here, period. So, a little way to take care of them is doing this. Now, if you want to add a little extra flair, you could do that. Or you could add a little something here, but I'm going to try to keep this part open. Because I got to experiment if like blocking this will prevent it from doing that, and I kind of think it would. Or even doing this would kind of block it. I think they need to have like some little space there. Not to experiment with, but just this little tunnel will get the job done. That's just Gucci enough. Thank you all for bomb. Alright, now for the actual main tunnel. I want something like that. Actually, you know what? Then it's a good old handy dandy tire trap spawn. Or spam. Either one, they both work. Put that in there. Oh, not you. Can I hit it? Thank you. Thank you, Overbone. Do a little something like that. This little section, I'll explain a little bit. Now for this, you could go broadsides or wall darts, but I prefer the wall launchers just for the extra crowd control capability. That and that. And that. And if you wanted to extend the tunnel, you can keep doing so. You could block that off, do that, that and that. But for most of your storm shields, the most you'll need is about this tile. Anything after that is a bit overkill unless you're trying to solo a higher power level by yourself, then you can have this, but if you got a crew with you or you're a decent power level, just up to this tile is fine. But the majority will die here. You just want some wall launchers. Some basic shit. For that you want the ceiling. For that you want us out. I'll do a bit of that so this tile gets a bit more use and this doesn't get wasted as much. Because most of us will just get stuck here and flung. So you kind of want to have the smasher land here so the zapper can do what it needs to do. And then for this wall you could have broadsides or wall dynamos. I'll just put one of each to kind of show you. Then just spam the fuck out of that with the tire traps. And that's kind of the basic gist. Now if you're going to continue this, you're going to pretty much want it just like this. And you can put either a wall dynamo or a wall launcher here, in here, but the rest, just follow that, and you'll be alright. Now for here, you could be a little fancy, put an electric field here. That's up to you. Nothing too crazy if you do or don't. And that should be the basic part. Now again, if you want to go extreme overkill, you can box the spawn like so. Thank you, Alphabo. Let's see, do like that. Box it all like that, and you can send the tire traps like so. Now you can cover the whole box. And again, for these you could put either wall darts or broadsides, depending on your preference. I thought I destroyed that. Oh, I hit the tree. Fair enough. And thank you, Lava Bomb. This, you could do that. Now, for this bottom section, you don't necessarily have to box all this in. But if you are looking to just complete overkill the shit out of it, then it'll work. If you're trying to go minimalistic, I would put tire traps, on those. You can do just that. Rest of this. With the wall launchers, that tunnel. And that should be the basic build for it. That'll get you through. But if you're looking to complete AFK, I'd cover the rest. And all that. So let's see, basic tunnel, how to extend. Spawn fog. That. Okay. And that should be it. If you find this guide helpful at all, feel free to follow all my social media shits. Link will be in the description below. And until then, you stay Gucci.